Hi everybody, this is a video about Justin boots. This boot right here, the Gideon, was one that I started wearing in June of 1994. I've had, I don't know how many pairs of them. I've seen different, changes over the years, but I've stuck with this boot because it was a great boot. It's got a nitrile sole. Good quality leather. Everything's leather on this boot, inside and out. Came with an orthotic insole that I would remove just to make the boot fit a little bit better for me. So this particular pair that you're looking at here has, I believe, you won't believe it, 12 years of use. I wear them in an environment that requires a uniform boot. They don't get wet, they just get miles put on them. So you look at the finish here around the toe. You look at the wear in the heel, the wear under the, under the front of my foot. You look at it, it says made in USA. Stood up pretty well, wouldn't you say? The thing that drove me to need a new boot is the fact that the side started to split. And that's perfectly reasonable for the number of years that I got out of this boot. That's the Gideon, US made. Here's the boot, the only boot that you can now buy from Justin Boots. Looks like the Gideon, but this is the Temple. This boot's made in China. And let me tell you something, you can tell. First off, the only thing that's made of leather on this boot is the toe. Everything else is made of Naugahyde, vinyl, including the inside. There are no natural fibers, which means the inside of the boot is nowhere near as absorbent for moisture wicking. Even the surface that your foot, that the sole of your foot is on, is all man-made fiber, which there's no doubt in my mind it's not as absorbent as a leather insole. So the sole of this boot, I wasn't sure what to think about it when I first got it. It seems very plasticky to me, and as it turns out, it really is, because this sole is slippery on all surfaces. If you're walking on dry pavement, you can tell that this sole is not grabbing. This sole is just too hard and just plasticky. This boot here has less than a year on it. But the heel, for example, look how rounded the heel is. That plastic is just wearing right away, really quickly. I will never get 12 years out of this. So like I said, it's got less than a year on it. And I don't know if you can see, but do you see how the finish is cracking on this boot? That's the leather starting to crack right there. Very disappointing. Let me see if you can see it inside here at all. Not there. But can you see those cracks? That's less than a year. So, Justin Boots, if anybody at the company is paying attention, you need to immediately stop selling this boot right here. This is what the vinyl does on the heel when you try to take your boot off. Okay, now let's go back over here and look at the 12-year-old pair of boots. Look at that heel, nice and shiny. This pair on the right is just, it's the most incredible pair of men's footwear. They polish up nice, served me really well. Look like a real professional in those boots. But this China-made boot, the Temple, that's junk. And I would not badmouth Justin Boots this way, except that I've made reviews and they don't run them. And I haven't been nasty. I've tried to be professional. I've just stated the facts. I made a comparison and they don't want to hear it. So they keep deleting my comments. So anyways, if anybody's thinking about this Temple boot right here, and if you're thinking about Justin Boots in general, this should speak to you loud and clear about the way they're rolling right now at this company. So Justin Boots, if any of the higher ups are paying attention, stop making this boot in China and start making this boot in America. Thank you very much.